What's the difference between this guy and this guy? They're both undefeated heavyweight champions, but Tyson Fury is loose and playful, almost too relaxed. Alexander Usyk is laser-focused, reminiscent of a prime Mike Tyson. The Ukrainian had just completed a grueling 9-month training camp, missing holidays and the birth of his daughter. Fury trained hard too, but as the natural showman, more of his efforts went towards promoting the fight. Besides, he was 6 inches taller and 40 pounds heavier. He could just bully him around. And early in the fight, Fury was doing just that, hurting his smaller opponent to the body, staying just outside of range, and dancing to the crowd. But Usyk refused to give up, and as he found more openings, Fury's dancing turned into defense, and his smirk was replaced with a bloody nose. It was a close fight, but in the 9th round, Usyk would land the perfect punch.
And these guys are not letting us stop! Fury's in trouble! The big fella, the Gypsy King, is rattled! He's stumbling through the ring! Do you believe it? Do you believe it? It's going! The referee might stop it! Whoa! Fury! He's down! The corner knocked out!
2, 3.
For the 8th time!
Suddenly, the Gypsy King was in danger. Arguably saved by the ref, Fury was out on his feet, and this knockdown made all the difference in dealing the Giant his very first loss. Alexander Usyk was crowned the new undisputed heavyweight champion, and Tyson Fury was finally humbled. It's the kind of fight that brings out the best in boxing. 2 undefeated champions, a disrespected underdog, and a loudmouth getting his due. And as luck would have it, they're doing it all again. On December 21st, live on DAZN, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk are set to rematch for the heavyweight crown. Usyk wants to finish what he started, but Fury has won every single rematch by knockout. It might be repeats or it might be revenge. The only guarantee is an explosive heavyweight brawl. Get the pay-per-view at DAZN.com/Murdoch in the description. And if you buy the card using my link, you'll also get a 7-day free trial of DAZN, which is perfect to catch up on all the highlights, full fights, and behind-the-scenes content. If it's anything like the first one, it'll be 12 rounds or less of non-stop action. Don't miss the fight of the year. Get the pay-per-view at DAZN.com/Murdoch. A few years ago, there were 3 candidates for the best heavyweight on the planet: Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. Alexander Usyk wasn't even in the conversation. He was a cruiserweight, too small for the land of the giants. But after clearing out the 200-pound division, winning each belt from a different champion in their home country, it was time for the Ukrainian to move up. He was, after all, the heavyweight gold medalist at the London Olympics. Usyk's first test was everyone's favorite gatekeeper, Derek Chisora, who actually managed to use his size to bulldoze Usyk and make him uncomfortable. But once Del Boy gassed, it was target practice for the contender. Then came the title shot, Anthony Joshua in London. To the surprise of many, Usyk overcame the stark size difference and outboxed AJ, even hurting him badly to end the fight. His dream of becoming the heavyweight champion of the world had finally been fulfilled. But celebrations would be cut short as he decided to take up arms and join Ukraine's Territorial Defense Battalion in lieu of boxing. After 11 months away from the ring, it was decided he was more useful to his country as heavyweight champion than as a soldier, and he returned for the rematch. Joshua returned with sharpened skills and a refined game plan, briefly staggering the champ a few times. But in typical Usyk fashion, he outworked and outlasted in the championship rounds to seal the deal. Future title holder Daniel Dubois caused a scare with a controversial low blow, but Usyk got back up and knocked him out. Not a bad run for someone deemed too small for the marquee weight class. Meanwhile, what had Fury done since Usyk began his reign? Knocked out 2 domestic level fighters and barely beat a mixed martial artist. Sure, he got paid, but no one was particularly happy with his fight selection. Nevertheless, the time had come to crown this generation's baddest man on the planet. The world's best heavyweight versus the world's best cruiserweight turned heavyweight. All of Fight Week, Fury played promoter. He was funny, he was brash, but most importantly, he sold the fight. Meanwhile, Usyk looked like he hadn't cracked a smile in months.
Ugly little man, rabbit. You know what's coming, you're getting smashed to pieces, sausage. You're fighting the best British heavyweight there's ever been. Dauntless in these waters, me. You beat all the rest of them, but you ain't beat Tyson Fury yet, sausage. Look at him, his heart's pounding now. He's like a little earring in. Little sausage.
I don't more speak. I'm very happy. Thank you so much, everybody, people. I more speak in the ring.
The fight started like many Fury fights do. Lots of twitchy feints, sneaky power punches behind a long jab, and elite defense. Fury's head was routinely offline and he punished Usyk's body every time he closed the distance. Halfway through the fight, it looked like Fury would dance his way to victory. But in round 8, Usyk's persistence would pay off. This overhand left gave Fury a black eye and a broken nose, and while it didn't knock him out, it instantly changed Fury's demeanor and served as a damning premonition. He wore his pain on his face, and everyone watching could tell. In the 9th, Usyk threw the same punch, but this time landed right on Fury's chin. A barrage of surgical, heavy punches had Fury running around the ring until another left had him stumbled on the ropes. This might be the most damage Fury's ever taken, but one of Fury's greatest attributes isn't his size or his defense, but his incredible ability to recover. Within a minute, he was back to his old self, light on his feet and landing punches. And as boxing's greatest entertainer, even a little showboating to end the fight. After it was all said and done, Usyk had landed 170 punches, significantly more than any other Fury opponent. His work rate only increased as the rounds progressed, and according to Jabber AI, Usyk undoubtedly controlled the fight. With scores of 114 to 113, 115 to 112, and 113 to 114, Usyk narrowly defeated Fury by split decision. And for anyone counting, that's 5. Yes, 5 British heavyweight scalps in a row. All bigger, all supposedly stronger, but ultimately all defeated. Not bad for a cruiserweight. But good news for the Fury camp, despite the punishment he took, Fury barely lost a split decision. Without the knockdown, this would have been a draw. Can Fury tighten up a few things and adapt? Absolutely. Even a mentality shift from entertainer to purely a fighter would make a huge difference. This is the same man who got sparked by Wilder in the 12th round, got up and had the audacity to put his arms behind his back. In that rematch, he was all business, said he would come forward, go for the knockout, and did exactly that. In fact, every follow-up fight in Fury's career has ended by knockout. Usyk certainly won, but writing Fury off completely would be foolish. We may very well see him become a 3-time heavyweight champion, just as likely as we are to see Usyk enter the GOAT discussion. So I'm curious to hear who you think is going to win in the comments. The tale of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk is one of contrasts. The cocky showman versus the stoic underdog, East versus West, and Titan versus tactician. As their first encounter taught us, skill still has a place in an era focused on size. But experience is the best teacher, and whether it's repeat or revenge, heavyweight history will be made.